Hi, hello, my name is Erin and I am just your average 24-year-old girl. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not an influencer, but I wanted to talk about the overly sponsored and advertised products that YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok keep trying to convince us all to buy, and why I am not going to be falling for it. These are things that influencers will never be able to convince me to buy. I have to say I am kind of a skeptical person. I take everything an influencer says with a grain of salt, and I do a lot of research into the things I want to buy before purchasing them. I am not an impulse shopper most of the time, and I think we all should try to be that way, because especially when we are bombarded with advertisements constantly, it can become difficult to not want to buy the trendiest, hottest items. Anyway, let's just get straight into it. So number one might be kind of controversial because people are obsessed with this brand, but it's Skims. I have zero interest in supporting the Kardashians, especially Kim Kardashian. They have deep, deep pockets already. I do not need to be lining them even more. And honestly, they have been in so many scandals and controversies. I am just not interested in supporting them. I don't really understand the interest or the hype around the Kardashians. I know they can be kind of entertaining with their antics and their reality shows, but I don't really get the hype. I am definitely just not our Kardashian stan. Even if Skims was owned by another person, I still don't think I'd be buying from there though. It's a brand of basics, right? We have t-shirts, we have loungewear, underwear, stuff like that. And you can basically buy those items from any shop. Any place will sell a t-shirt. But Skims, no matter how good quality people say it is quite expensive. And I'm just not willing to drop that kind of money, A, on a Kardashian product, and B, on something so basic. But my God, do influencers love Skims. I see so many ads for Skims on TikTok and on YouTube, but also just normal people doing outfits of the day and stuff wearing Skims. It's not an ad, it's not sponsored. A lot of influencers and cool girlies just love Skims. I can't get on board. The next one is BetterHelp, and oh my God, if I had a nickel for every time a YouTuber was sponsored by BetterHelp, I would be as rich as they are. So this is a company that offers accessible online and affordable therapy, which in concept, I think this is amazing. Everyone deserves to have access to therapy, and I honestly think everyone, at least at some point, should go to therapy. But BetterHelp has been in a lot of hot water. So allegedly, the FTC found that BetterHelp was mishandling consumers' private health information and using it for advertising, which that is so unbelievably not okay. That is so sketchy, and I just would not be able to trust a company that mishandles people's health information. I have also heard a lot of anecdotal stories about people just having bad experiences with the therapists on BetterHelp. This one is sad because it is an amazing concept, and so many YouTubers, basically every YouTuber I watch, has been sponsored by BetterHelp, but it does not seem, allegedly, that they are a very ethical company. Also, in this post-COVID world, I bet there are quite a few doctors and therapists who are doing virtual visits nowadays. All right, next we have blue light glasses. Oh my God, there are so many blue light products, and the idea behind this, right, is these glasses will filter out the blue light from our screens and help with eye fatigue. It's good in theory. A lot of people struggle with eye strain because we are so connected to our phones, our computers, for work, for school, for daily life. However, there is little to no evidence suggesting that this blue light filtering does anything to help eye strain.
Let's talk about blue light blocking glasses, because they don't do what you think they do. Manufacturers who market blue light blocking technology argue that they do two things. One is decreasing eye strain. The second thing is improving eye health, so they decrease retinal disease. Neither of those things are true. There's no evidence to support that blue light blocking glasses decrease eye strain or make your eyes healthier. The one thing that this technology might do well is help regulate your circadian rhythm. So when we're all up late at night watching TikTok, it might be helpful to wear blue light blocking glasses to help you sleep a little bit better, or we could just not be on our phone at night. but that's not going to happen.
Sure, the companies can claim that they work, but the science doesn't really support that. I'm sure there's no harm to wearing them, and maybe they do work as a placebo. If you own them, if you like them, if you feel like they work, that's great, but I certainly won't be throwing my money at them. They're pretty expensive, and like I said, there is little to no scientific backing for blue light glasses. The same goes for those skincare blue light, red light masks. These are quite expensive, but the idea is that you put it on, wear it for like, I don't know, 10 minutes every day, and the red light is supposed to help with aging and wrinkles, and then the blue light is supposed to help with acne. I mean, right out the gate, I am not going to spend that kind of money on a skincare product, especially one that I have to sit and wear on my face looking like Jason every day. It's not going to happen. I can do my skincare routine twice a day, but that is the most I'm doing. And just like the blue light glasses, there is very little evidence to suggest that this really does anything, and if it is effective, it's only over very, very long, consistent periods of time. If you are the type to buy this and use it once or twice and not be consistent, it's definitely not worth your money. But I would say it's not worth your money anyway, just because they are so expensive and because the scientific backing isn't really there. Oh man, the next one just cracks me up, and that is the Air Up water bottle. Essentially, this is just a reusable water bottle, but the gimmick is you put these scent pods around where you drink out of, and whatever scent it is, say it's watermelon, you smell it while you drink your water, and it convinces your brain, since scent is so linked to taste, that you're drinking watermelon flavored water. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but my question is, why don't you just drink flavored water? I don't think there's a lot of harm to drinking flavored water, and if flavoring it helps you stay hydrated and drink more water, then that's great. There's no harm done. The scent thing also, I just don't think would actually be effective. Scent is highly linked to what you eat, but I'm pretty sure from videos I've seen of people trying it that yes, you can smell, but you're still just drinking normal water and you know it. That's not going to override your brain. And I also just want to talk about the price and the sustainability of this brand. It is $45 for the water bottle and the 3 pods as a starter pack. That is so much money. Like, you can go to Target, you can go to TJ Maxx and just buy a water bottle for far less than that. Also, if you want one of the fancy popular water bottles, if you want a Stanley, if you want a Hydro Flask, it's still going to cost you less money than this. Also, with all these new water bottles being popular, it's a new one every year, I swear, it kind of defeats the purpose of a reusable water bottle. You know, you're supposed to buy it, it's supposed to be sustainable because you're using it and not using plastic water bottles. But if you are buying, getting rid of, purchasing a million new water bottles all the time because new ones or new colors are popular, it kind of defeats the sustainability purpose. And when it comes to Air Up specifically, you have to keep purchasing these little scent pods because they don't last forever. The scent fades eventually. So you are supposed to continuously purchase new scent pods. And obviously, this is a smart business move because instead of people just buying one water bottle and being done with it, they are continuously giving the company their money by repurchasing the scent pods. Okay, capitalism wins on that front, but on the consumer front, do you want to keep spending money on your water bottle after you've purchased it? I think that is insane. It's like basically buying a water bottle with a subscription. And not to mention what a waste these pods are in terms of packaging, plastic, materials, carbon emissions. If you're buying a reusable water bottle to be sustainable and then you have to keep ordering these pods, I feel like that just completely defeats the sustainable purpose. All right, next up we have greens powders. So these are everywhere, especially Bloom. This brand is basically known for sponsoring everybody on TikTok, not even to talk about the brand, but to just have it sitting in the background so people see it. And you know, if you see it over and over and over again, one day you'll go to Target and be like, oh, I see that everywhere. Let me try it. Clearly it works, but they will never get me. ever. So right, greens powders are supposed to be a health benefit. You mix them into water and drink it, and that way you get your daily nutrients, vitamins, minerals that you would get from eating your green vegetables. But my question is, why don't you just eat your green vegetables? That will be a fresh, healthy source of these things. And if you don't like the taste of them and that's why you're going towards greens, listen, from what I've heard, all of the greens powders, no matter the brand, no matter the flavor, still taste like shit. So just force yourself to eat some greens and it'll probably be better for you at the end of the day. And also, these things are expensive. It is going to be way cheaper to buy some vegetables than it is to buy these. And actually, this goes for all these supplements and vitamins that we see advertised online. I don't trust any of them. So for example, this isn't the only one, but there is a brand called Lemmy, which is one of the Kardashians brand. And again, even if this weren't a Kardashian, I wouldn't purchase it because I do not trust vitamin and supplement brands. You want to know why? Because they are not regulated by the FDA. It's not the same as a medication you get from the pharmacy or even something like Tylenol. Vitamins are not regulated. What they say is in there on the ingredients list could be a lie. It could be false advertising. It could be in there in different amounts than they say, or in so little quantity that it wouldn't actually do anything to help you. Plus, you get into a dangerous territory if you take too much of a vitamin or supplement that isn't water soluble, which means you don't just pee out the extra. If it's fat soluble and it stays in your body and you have all this excess of it, it can cause some irreparable harm to your organs. I do myself take a few vitamins, but I take what my doctor has told me to take, and this is what I would recommend for everybody. Most people don't need to take any kind of vitamin or supplement unless you are actually deficient and you need to take it. Most people get what they need from their diet. You don't need to be spending tons of money on vitamins and supplements to be healthy. And like I said, it can actually be a little bit sketchy and dangerous. I would say if you really feel like you're deficient in something, go to your doctor, get a blood test, and they can tell you. Like for example, I am deficient in iron, so I take an iron supplement. And I know that because my doctor tested me and told me. Don't just go around taking vitamins willy-nilly. It actually can be kind of a bad idea, and vitamins are expensive, guys. Okay, let's move away from the health gimmicks, and we're gonna talk about a beauty item, which is the same thing on everyone's list, the Dyson Airwrap. I have to say, I am not someone who does my hair. My hair always just is the way it is. I am too lazy to do my hair. I refuse to use a lot of heat on my hair. I mean, I only just started blow drying my hair this year. I used to only air dry my hair. But even if I used hot tools and I loved styling my hair, I just am not willing to spend, what is it, $600 on a hair tool? That is exorbitant. Also, I think Shark makes a dupe of the Dyson now if you really want to try something that's similar in the idea or the concept. That one I think is like half the price, so maybe try that first. Let's talk about another beauty treatment, and that would be Botox and fillers. So many influencers and basically everybody in Hollywood seems to have some kind of filler and some kind of Botox. And not to say that that's a bad thing. It's your body, it's your money, it's your face. If you want to do it, go ahead. I honestly don't care. I don't judge anybody for doing that kind of thing. But personally, I'm not into it, and I really don't want people to feel like they should have to do it to be beautiful. You don't need filler or Botox to be beautiful. That kind of thing terrifies me. Just injecting random things into your body for the sake of beauty isn't really a concept I'm into. Although I will say Botox has some health benefits. If you have hyperhidrosis, it can help with that. It can also help with migraines and some other issues like that. But on a cosmetic basis, just don't do it because you feel like everyone is or that you have to. If you want to, that's up to you. But I do fear that influencers are influencing people to think they need these beauty treatments when you don't. And they're expensive and you have to keep doing them. So that already had me out. I am too cheap for that kind of life. So next up is the Oura ring. This is a ring that, well, you wear on your finger. It's a ring. But it acts as one of those sort of health monitoring devices, kind of like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit would. So I believe it can track all sorts of things, your temperature, your heartbeat, like, oh my God, amazing health things. But it is very expensive. It's hundreds of dollars, and you have to now pay for a subscription service for it to access all of its functions. And to me, that is ridiculous. Subscriptions are going way too far. You used to be able to just buy something and have it, and now everything is a subscription, and it drives me crazy. Like, remember the days you used to be able to buy Photoshop and just have it, and now you have to subscribe on a monthly or yearly basis. Like I said earlier, I don't like buying something where I have to keep spending money on it after I've purchased it. All right, so that is going to be it. I would love to know if people have bought any of these and what they think of them, and also just other things people will never be influenced to buy, because there's so many more, but I am done. My voice is going. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.